Hey everybody, it's Luna Bell. Y'all, I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, and I had people actually come in my lives and ask me if things had been over. Well, y'all, y'all. This is all for entertainment purposes only. But y'all, I said there at the end that when I quit making posts about Bradley and whatnot, that my truth would be known, that my name cleared and the slanders against me cleared as well. Copycats are a very real thing. Do I know the whole truth of what people did? No, but I know it's coming. And y'all, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Y'all, stories from my own personal perspective, allegedly. But y'all, I can give you receipts all day. But one of the things I got reminded of today, and I actually was looking at receipts because it was a particular recording. But what I got drawn back to was January 9th of 2025. And I was having trouble with my left meniscus and was at the ER. Anyhow, y'all, my mutual had reached out to me around January 8th, and she had been getting privates from me for a while, coming in my lives on my old Nanner account. Anyhow, on January 9th of 2025, she had reached out, and I had mentioned to her, I said also, because y'all, I had been channeling since October 2nd of 2024 for y'all, the information. Anyhow, it says also your cousin. They left a marker so they could go back and check. Someone is very worried about him being found. They check 2 times a month to see if people have been going to look. I said it is the male that feels the most guilt. And then I said the doctor come in my room. Let's see. And she goes, "Oh goodness, girl. That sounds painful about the meniscus." And then she said, "Oh, yes, now that you say that, I pick up on that too. There were 2 women and a man." Because I had told her that it was the male that felt the most guilt. And then I say, you will actually help solve this, because I had told her we both would. And see, y'all, one of the earliest things I had in growing up or whatever, and especially growing into with my gifts as a medium, was to be a psychic investigator, was to help with things just like this. And I had told her that she and I would help solve this unsolved. And then she continues, she said, "That would make a lot of sense. That's wild. They are especially worried now because the case has picked up traction. His ex-wife is putting it on TikTok and pushing the authorities to investigate further. They are getting nervous." This was back in January 9th and 10th, y'all, of 2025. And I said, it is the woman who had the women who had the most malice and hatred. And I said, yes, they are. They were lovers. The 2 women were lovers, but they were not wanting something exposed. They think that the truth passed with your cousin, but it hasn't. And I said, when you're ready, let me know, and I will channel for free for you to help with this. I wonder when that changed. And but then it was after that she wanted to know more information about me. What it was in my own life, my own childhood, and the things that I'd gone through with the gang stalking here locally in the last almost 4 years that she wanted to know about. My life story, my habits, the things I did, the things I've experienced, the things that helped me to be the psychic medium I am. Anyhow, her interest again did not pick up for her cousin until July 28th is when she started reaching out to me more and more. And I had sent message to her. There's numerous receipts, y'all. But anyhow, July 28th is when she reached out to tell me that she reached out to a well-known podcaster or whatever, someone who solved things. Wonder when things changed for people. I don't know exactly what happened. I know something did. I know that all my intellectual property, my truth, my gifts, my abilities are my own. I also notice, and I know I'm not the only one who noticed the patterns of the disruption, the interference people were doing at certain times by certain individuals. It was almost like they didn't want the truth out. Did they? Or was it who it was by? Didn't fit the narrative, maybe? Now, I'm going to sit back and wait for Spirit to work. Spirit and Bradley had told me, Spirit had promised me, I will restore your faith and your trust in me. And I'm reminded of what I told another individual about my faith being restored in the justice system. And I remember another as well telling me that not all within the justice system are like all, that there are some good. I pull these papers in front of me because I'm reminded. I see an individual's name right here. It says Houston County Investigator. And above that it says the words, bad up. Who targeted that investigator? That's a good question, isn't it? Some people look for people that are having a hard time, financially or otherwise. Those investigators who had their hardships found out and twisted behind them. I'm hearing you got a question. There's 3 of you in particular. Vernon Way. It be accepted is what I'm understanding. That's why I was reminded of this. Not all who have their arm twisted are bad apples. They're simply ones who are struggling too. Yeah. Spirit done told me my faith and the faith of others in this broken system will be restored. Not all apples are bad. Some mean well. Some ain't influenced by the green, nor am I. Many blessings to you. Blessed be Mutual and the other copycat. Many blessings to you. You get along with my sister.